It's been already 10 years. 10 amazing years since after listener took a hold of the Elliot Manor. Now being the one in charge, he makes sure to make it believable that Mr. and Mrs. Elliot was in charge, but in reality it was him. Listener couldn't ask for a better life as he enjoyed it. His underground empire grew more and more and more after when he gave a speech towards all drones. Those who end up being mistreated, those who end up getting their lives taken, and those who end up being replaced with new or modern models, all end up seeing him as a king, as a god. But listener chose not to be a god or a king, just someone who can give them hope and someone who can give them the reason to fight. And along with him was his queen, of course, Tessa. When everyone found out about how Tessa's parents treated her at a very young age, they all welcomed her with open arms. N, V, and J, of course, along with Sin, all had upgrades to make them into disassembly drones with the best ever weapon, and he made sure to make them have each of their own title. V was actually going to be security as he doesn't want anyone else to find about it, and also slash assassin. So if anyone finds about it, they're dead, from human to any drones who snitched on them. And then we got her second in command, none other than Jay, who, besides what she did to him, he was okay with how she runs things. And after all, he needs someone who won't stitch on him or backstab him when it means necessary. And just like that, the two end up having a good friendship with everything ahead. Then we have N, who end up becoming his officer, of course. He ended up making sure that any of deliveries or anything else will be helpfully and safely stowed away, along with any information whatsoever. Of course, he is his right hand man, so he made sure to keep listeners' secret safe. And then finally, we have Sin. None other than listeners' notorious but also faithful assassin as well. She ended up making sure to take care of any drones who dare to even think about snitching on listener. And of course, she is also listener's best spy. Anyone that dares to talk shit about him, she will tell the boss and end telling them back. And meanwhile, we go to where Listener and Tessa was in a meeting. Tessa was in Listener's lap as he was talking over business with another worker drone household owned by jackass skills of owners. As Lister put out a cigarette, he looked at Rex. Or he ended up looking at the worker drone, who will be named Pipes. So, Pipes, if anything, I'll end up cutting you a deal. You allow me to end up doing whatever, and in exchange, I'll allow you to end up having upgrades from me, but with the cooperation, of course, in your honor. Pipes ended up looking at Listener and smiled, and also for the owner's daughter I'd like, and she wants to stay away. If she wants to be with you, I have no reason to stop you there. Then you got yourself a deal. He said, sealing the deal with listeners on group, and just like that, the household that belonged to Pipes' own owner was no more, and he was running it too. And also with his beloved human wife now, he was okay. Listener and smiling as Tessa cuddled up to him. Man, Lister, you end up being amazing at this. And what can I say? I had a hell of a good teacher. And a hell of a good partner as well. He purred in Tessa's ears. Oh, Listener! Their moment was interrupted when a loud bang happened. The door flung open, and the group of security drones dragged both Louise and James down towards them and pushed them to the ground. We found these two trying to call for help. One of the guards said as he handed over Listener a burner phone. Apparently, he had that with him ever since. We don't know how long though, but for you, I think you can find answers from him. The guard said as he went back from standing behind the two now weak, pathetic humans. He set Tessa down as Lester looked at the two, mainly James. James, what have I told you trying to be a goddamn fucking rat? He said as he waved the phone. You had a burner phone with you and you tried to call for help? What were you thinking? He said, trying not to act me pissed, but inside he was. Listener looked at James, who pathetically tried to make up excuses. Well, I just ended up thinking, I'm gonna ask you this. He stopped him. How long have you had this burner phone? He waved it in front of James' face. Well, how long? He heard listener yelled. I had it for a year. This made everyone quite scared because of listeners' now slightly pissed look. A year! Well, you know, this man had balls to hide something like this for a year. Lister jokefully said as the others chuckled, including Tessa. Well then, I guess I gotta end up showing you what happens if you hide something like that. And just like that, without warning, James's hand was crushed by Lister as he stomped on it. Ah! James held on to his arm as Listener stomped on his right arm with his heel. Listen to me carefully, James, and you fucking listen too. I don't take kindly for people who being goddamn rats, and you just have to tick me off. He said as he kept on moving his heel on James's hand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The pathetic once proud man called James Elliot was now crying in front of the listener. Pathetic. He said he's got his foot off of his hand. Take this man out and teach him a lesson. And what about the lady, Miss Elliot here? He looked at Louise, who shook in fright. She didn't try anything, did she? No. She just ended up being the one warning him not to do it. Well then, she deserved a treat. Just get her a bath and also some movies or anything. And that'll be all. Yes, sir. As two drones escorted Louise away, the others ended up escorting James as he thrashed and cried out, begging to please have mercy on him. But of course, none was given to. Meanwhile, Listener, looking at the burner phone, had an idea. He looked at the call name and was shocked. This bozo tried to call Jensen, the company's CEO. He did? Tessa ended up saying as she got up and looked at it. Oh, he did. Well then, if he wants to end up calling for help, let's call some help, shall we? I like where this is going. Sure. And just like that, the reign of humanity is over, and a new beginning happened. One led to another. News came ahead as Jensen, along with the government and everything, ended up issuing a new pass law that all worker drones, along with any other drones purchased by humans, will be treated like citizens without no problem, with, of course, proper paperwork if anything. But of course, if laws were broken and was seen abusing any drones with or within the house, you will be fined or have a fate worse than death behind bars, with, of course, worker drone discipline as well. Lister looked at the newspaper as he looked at his new office. He now runs Jensen's corporation, or in his case, his own corporation. Starting from all this, never thought in my life I would end up having something like this in my hand. He said as he looked at Tessa, who was sleeping on his lap. My beautiful queen along with me, and the power in my hand as well. This is gonna be fun.